Hey friends, welcome to this video. Myself Hardik Patel. I have this HP Pavilion G6 laptop. It used to have Windows 8.1 system installed in this laptop, but somehow it was getting so many issues. So I had contacted to HP guys, but because it ran out of warranty and the system recovery partition was not there in the laptop, so I couldn't able to restore my Windows 8.1. So the HP support team have suggested me to buy the recovery media from them. The recovery media was arrived from HP. I purchased from them and it came with the 4 discs, but so all these 4 discs I tried to install as per their instructions, but ultimately I was end up having this error that the recovery attempt has failed. Select one of the following buttons. Let me first show you the details. So in the details, if you open the details tab, in the end it may show up this kind of error that system prep underscore succeeded.tag does not exist, and some other errors underneath of that. So it doesn't explain exactly what's wrong with the system. So I tried to call them back and they are still figuring out the solution for that. They're asking me to submit my laptop for the assessment, but it's the assessment quotation is a lot. It's around $150 they are charging. So I didn't want to pay up that much because it's a 5 years old system, and for cheaper rate you can buy second-hand system which could be better than this one for around 200 or 300 bucks. So ultimately I just wanted to fix this system, and I found the solution for this. I downloaded Windows 8.1 because it usually had the Windows 8.1 in this system. So I downloaded Windows 8.1 from Microsoft. Have Windows 8.1 available as a trial version, so just download and burn it into the disk DVD. So once you burn it into the DVD, I maybe share the links in description below how to burn. If you want to find it out, let's just comment me in comment box below. So once you burn it, get ready with this Windows 8.1 disk, leave it aside. Now close whatever error you get, and make sure you keep holding power off button for at least 10 seconds, so the system will turn off completely. So let me press and hold power off button for 10 seconds. Once you press and hold the power off button for 10 seconds, what I can do is one more thing I forgot to tell you, that I already opened the DVD writer. So I can just put my Windows 8.1 disk inside the DVD writer, so which you can do before you turn the laptop off. Now let me insert the disk inside. Once I insert the disk inside, I turn the system on. So press the power on button and keep pressing the F9 or F10 keys to boot the disk. So boot from the disk. If you can't do that, then I have another option, like you can go to BIOS and you can change the boot up priority from the hard drive to DVD. So once you boot like that, it will try to boot up through disk, and it may ask you to press any of the keys. Again, this video could be very long, so be patient, or you can skip to certain steps. So I think it failed to go through the disk boot up. So what I have to do is I have to turn the laptop off and go to BIOS and change the settings. So let me do it again. Turn the laptop off and press the power key again and keep pressing the escape key all the time. So once you keep pressing the escape key on your keyboard, after a few seconds it will show up escape, pause, startup, and then after the list will come up. I'm waiting for the list. So as soon as the list will appear on the screen, yep, here we go. it will show you F1, F2, F9, F10, F11. So all those keys. You can try and go with system recovery F11. If it works out with you, well and good. Go with that, and you don't have to worry about anything else. Just recover the system from the hard drive itself, if you have the system recovery partition available. If it's not, then you have to choose this way, and boot up and load the Windows 8.1 through the disk. So I will gonna choose F10 for BIOS setup. So F10. Once I go to F10, I will go to system configuration and go down to boot options. In case if you have different kind of system utility screen, just make sure you go to boot option if it goes on top of that, if it shows on the main bar. So just go to boot and boot options, then press enter to expand it. Once you press enter, go down, and here we have UEFI boot order. So make sure the internal, so you can select, you can press F5 or F6 keys to go up or down. So I just want to move this internal CD or DVD ROM drive option to first. So I will gonna keep pressing F6 key on keyboard. Once I'm happy with that, what I will do is I have to select F10. So save and exit. So F10, select yes. Once I select yes, what I would do is, it may ask you press any key. So press any key to boot from CD or DVD. So you just keep pressing the keys on your keyboard. Any keys, alright, like you can just hit spacebar on keyboard, and it will start to run the system through the DVD itself. I mean, it will boot up through the DVD. So once it will boot up from the DVD, what you can do, let me show you. As soon as it comes up, it may take few seconds, so wait, maybe I skip this part. So after a few seconds, it will drag you to this Windows setup screen, where you can find multiple options. I hope you could see, if or I can. So now here we have language to install. So English, United States, time and country. Maybe I go with United States for now, or time, or currency format, time and currency format. You just select English, United States, US again, because the Windows 8.1 I installed from it doesn't matter. You can choose your own country. It's not a big deal. And then after, press next and go and select install now. Once you hit install now, setup will start. So wait for a few seconds and see what happens. So now it will show up this screen, Windows setup. It will ask you to accept the license terms. Check the checkbox and press next. Here we have two options, upgrade or custom. Because we are not upgrading to any system, but still you can choose the first option if you like to. And let's see what happens. Let me turn the screen a little bit, turn to dark so you can see properly. So now if I press upgrade, it may not allow me to go ahead. So what I will do is I'll go back, and I'm gonna go and select this custom install Windows only advanced. So select that. Here I have few partitions available, but again, if the problem is this unallocated space, if I choose the partition and go ahead, maybe or may not be, it cause an issue and it won't install the system fully. If you have unallocated space available like this, which is in big amount, what you can do is through the command prompt itself, using the disk part, you can create the primary partition to this unallocated space, and you can give particular partition name to this. So what I will do is I'll go back. If you don't have any unallocated space, maybe you can skip this step, and after a few minutes you can go ahead and continue watching this video. So what I will do is I'll go back, maybe I'll go back here, quit, and then here repair your computer. I'm gonna select that. So once I select repair your computer, here I have troubleshoot option, so press and select that. Under the troubleshoot you will find advanced option. Just select the advanced option, go to command prompt. Here we go. So just select command prompt and it will drag you to the command prompt screen. So I have this command prompt screen here. First you have to enter into the disk part. So what you can do is just type in DISKPART, disk part, and then press enter. Once you do that, it will read the files and enter into the disk part. Once it enters into the disk part, you can list your disk. So you can check out the list of your disk. So by hitting the list space DISK and enter, and here we go. I have only one disk available, disk 0. The status is online and the size is 698 GB, but the free unallocated space, it could be 606 GB. It can be allocated on or unallocated, depends. So I have to check it out whether it's allocated or not, how much is allocated and how much is unallocated. So for the further steps, what I will do is first I have to select the disk available. So I have only one disk, which is the disk 0, which is the primary disk. If you have multiple disks, you can just go with the primary disk, which can be disk 0 or disk 1, whatever. So go ahead and type in select disk 0 and enter. In your case it could be disk 1, so it depends, whichever is the primary disk is and whichever has an unallocated space available. So I just selected the disk 0 now. What I will do is now I will type in list volume. So once you type in list volume, press enter and it will show you the listed volumes available under that disk 0. So I have volume 0, 1 and 2, and the size of those volumes are here: 3368 MB, 91 GB, 260 MB. So still the 606 GB volume is missing. So I have to I have to create a partition or volume primarily under the disk 0, so I can allocate this free space to the particular volume which I create. So what I will do is write create, CREAT, create partition, PARTITION, primary, PRIMARY, and hit enter. Once you do that, it will show disk part succeeded in the creating the specified partition. Once it does that, you might have to format the hard drive first, and then after you can go ahead and create the volume. So to format, type in FORMAT space FS is equal to NTFS. I would go ahead and choose NTFS. You either can choose FAT32 or can stick with the empty NTFS. If you may find trouble formatting with NTFS, try to choose FAT32 instead of NTFS. Space label LABEL is equal to, here you have to give a name. So maybe I just give a name NIK, Nick. If you want to give your name, just write your name. So after giving the names, type in a space and then quick. Once you type all this, again FORMAT space FS is equal to NTFS space label is equal to NIK space quick. NIK is just a name I gave. You can give your name and then enter. Once you hit enter, it will format the disk. So whatever is unallocated space is, it will format that. After few seconds or few minutes, it may take some time, so be patient. After few minutes or few seconds, this will reach to 100%. Once it reaches to 100% and it says 100% completed, disk part successfully formatted the volume, you can go ahead and select the next step, which is, again, we have to check out the list volumes and see whether the list volumes like the new volume has been created or not. So type in list volume, again press enter, and here we go, we have new addition, which is volume 3. The star sign here shows that that's the volume 3 selected right now, and we are working on that right now. It's currently active, so it's good. So the next step after creating the volume successfully is we have to assign the letter for that volume. So for the volume 0 and volume 1, we have letters D and C. So for the volume 3, which we have created recently, I go ahead and give a letter, like I'll assign the letter. So just write ASSIGN, assign letter is equal to, maybe this time I'll give a letter E for that volume. So I'll assign the letter E for that volume, and I'm gonna press enter. Once you do that, disk part successfully assigned the drive letter or mount point. It will show up like that. So now if you again type in the list volumes, and you can see here that letter E assigned for that volume 3. Type in exit. Once you type in exit, it will leave the disk part. That's it. Close. And now you have to go back. So exit and go to Windows Setup. You have to be real quick. Press any key on keyboard to boot up from the DVD. For more information, don't forget to check out the description below, so you can have more answers of your questions. If you have stuck somewhere, you can also comment me in comment box below, and if I can, then I will try to help you out for that. Now we are at Windows 8 Windows Setup screen. So once we are here, just select next, select install now, and just accept, just check the checkbox, I accept the license terms, select next, go to custom Windows, and here we go, we have no unallocated space for that, and we also gave a name to that, which is Nick. I mean, you can give something else. For this Windows setup, I will gonna choose this partition 3, which has 32 gig available and is primary. This the big amount of space I will gonna leave for my regular use. so I don't want to install my windows in that. So I'm gonna keep choosing this partition 3 on this 0. Other partitions doesn't have enough room to install the windows, so keep going with that. If you don't have enough space for any other partition, you can go ahead and select partition 4, and then afterwards in windows you can you can manage to make other partitions for your regular use. And if you have the space available or partition available which can hold the windows setup, or which can install the windows in that, you can go ahead and select that and select next. If the chosen the it will show you the warning message that if you have previous windows installed from the same partition, then it will gonna transfer all the files for that windows into windows.old folder, which will created once you select the step. Press OK, and it will start installing the windows. As we go, it may take a few minutes to an hour, depends, so you have to be patient, keep an eye on it, go for coffee, go for lunch, dinner, whatever you want, do exercise, watch movie, while keeping an eye on your system. And once it will install, it will go up to the next step. So I may have to skip this step, and let's see what happens next. So after these few steps, windows will try to get ready. It may take another 30 minutes to set up everything. So it will start up getting the devices ready. It will install the drivers and everything, and prepare the apps and everything, so everything will be installed within few minutes. So here just select the use express settings and go on. Once it will ask you for your account details. If you have already username ready, which you use for Microsoft before, then you can give the same username. Otherwise you can create one, like here. So maybe I create the username called thried, and then finish. Once you click finish, it will finalize the settings, and it may take another few minutes to do so. So I hope this way you can be able to fix the problem in your laptop too, and will be able to upgrade or upload the Windows 8 or install the Windows 8. I hope you enjoy watching this video, guys. Feel free to comment me in comment box below if you have any questions or queries, and also feel free to subscribe this channel for more videos in future. I make all sorts of IT fix videos and also some bird videos on this channel, so please check it out, my other past videos on this channel, and feel free to comment me if you like those videos or not. And you can encourage me always by hitting the like button underneath of this video, and share this video to your friends in the social media, so other people who are having the same issue can be able to solve their problem by watching this video. So sharing is caring. You can help those people out by this simple small cause. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.